Hi, and welcome back to Active Galactic Videos. Today we're going to be talking about 4 of the biggest fails in astronomy.
Are you about to lift a baby?
Simba, actually.
Okay.
First on our list, we're going to be talking about the Mars canals. In the 19th century, scientists believed that there were canals on Mars. Astronomer Giovanni Schiaparelli observed what he described as canali, the Italian word for channels. Other scientists mistook this translation and believed that he meant canals. So why would this miscommunication be so misleading? Well, channels are naturally forming while canals are man-made channels, like what you would find in Venice, Italy. So you could see why this discovery would stir a lot of excitement. Man-made channels on Mars would mean that Martians existed, and that is exactly what Percival Lowell believed. Lowell was one of the biggest proponents for life on Mars. He published several books despite scientists systematically disproving that canals existed on Mars. That was good, but not the performance. The Obama.
Politician.
Second on our list, we have Herschel's Sunspot Mountains.
That was great. 100%, we're done.
The sun has spots. See? Herschel, who discovered Uranus, believed that these sunspots were actually mountains. And subsequently, Herschel believed that all terrestrial planets had life. This meant that the sun too must have life. I'm sorry, Herschel, no amount of sunscreen will allow life to survive on our sun. Sunspots are not mountains. They are concentrated magnetic fields that cause a temperature shift within those magnetic fields. See? Sunspots. Coming in hot at number 3 on our list, we have the geocentric model of our solar system. Aristotle originally believed that the planets revolved around the Earth. Now this makes sense based on our observations of the stars and the sun moving across the sky as we stay in a fixed position. But this model of our solar system doesn't account nor predict the movements of the stars and the planets. Tycho Brahe, a 16th century scientist, set out to make a more accurate model of our solar system. And he did. There's just one teensy problem. He kept the Earth at the center of the solar system, with all the planets revolving around the sun, which in turn revolved around the Earth. Close, but wrong! The last astronomy fail on our list is the Hubble telescope. The Hubble Space Telescope was launched in 1990 and is still in working condition today. But it wasn't all smooth orbits for the Hubble Space Telescope. That was weird. When scientists first launched the highly anticipated telescope, there was an optical defect to the mirror, which was caused by complications during the polishing of the mirror. Of course, they figured this out after the telescope was already in orbit around the Earth, and this affected the visual quality of the images collected by the telescope. So how do scientists go about fixing this telescope that is literally out of this world?
No.
They don't. They just let it sit. No, I'm just
It's
kidding.
just there. Wasting taxpayer money.
NASA set out to correct the optical error by sending a crew of astronauts up to the telescope. By adding elements to the camera of the telescope, they were able to counteract the error of the main mirror shape. Thus, the effect dramatically enhanced the visual quality. But what do we normally say for like, thanks for checking this out if you want to see more?
Yeah, just do what your heart tells you to do.
Okay.
And say.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for stopping by, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our other videos. As for me, I'm off for vacation. See you later. Oh no, I need more sunscreen on my nose. What are you doing?
There was enough.